I'm just posted up right now, reading Galatians and thinking, sometimes when I make videos, it's not even for anyone else per se. It's really just for me to get the words and the thoughts out loud. And what I'm thinking about right now as I'm reading Galatians is, you know that saying, you can take a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink it. And I feel like that's a pretty common theme in the Bible too, of like, you need to show people the way, but also simultaneously you need to protect your peace at the same time. Like at the beginning of chapter 6 it says, "Brothers, if someone is caught in any wrongdoing, you who are spiritual should restore such a person with a gentle spirit, watching out for yourself so you also won't be tempted." And that can be a hard thing to do, as crazy as it sounds. It can be hard not to over help people. It can be hard because you need to draw a line in the sand of pointing people to the way, which is Jesus and the Word, but also not becoming their savior. Shout out Holly. She said that one time and it just really clicked for me. You need to watch out to not become someone's savior, to not become their source of God, if that makes sense. They need to get that thing on their own. And actually, this is so funny and out of the blue, but I don't know if y'all know who Alex Jones is. Crazy guy. I don't stamp any of his teachings or anything like that, or what he talks about. But one time, I saw a clip of him talking on a Joe Rogan podcast, and he was explaining the whole like spiritual warfare going on in the world. And this is when I was really waking up, and he said, the darkness, they are always completely colluded together, working at full force against the good. The good, on the other hand, the true light, is going to empower one another, but also stay separate. And then, obviously, what happens at the end game? The good, since it hasn't been using its full potential the whole time, when the good comes together, now it's obviously way more stronger, and it's gonna wipe out the evil like nothing.
All this, some are good, some are bad, some are a mix. But the good ones don't ever want to organize. The bad ones tend to want to organize because they lust after power. Powerful consciousnesses don't want to dominate other people. They want to empower them, so they don't tend to get together until things are really late in the game. Then they come together. Evil's always defeated because good is so much stronger.
We need to plant the seeds, but we can't be the one to water them. Simple but powerful saying. The Holy Spirit is the one who waters the seed. When you sit, it says, don't give what is holy to the dogs. Don't cast your pearls onto swine. Now, am I calling these people that you're preaching to or you're talking to dogs or swine? Absolutely not. But I'm saying, once you plant that seed or water that seed, you move on about your day. You point them to Jesus, you point them to the Word, you empower them, you give them scriptures to respond with maybe what they're going through in their life. You answer the questions. That's a huge thing. It's because so many people are turned off to Christianity because the so-called Christians can't answer a single question because they're not actually Christians that know the Word whatsoever or have a genuine relationship with Christ and follow Him. So, point people to the Word, answer the questions they have, and point them to their relationship with Jesus. Give them scriptures that you can think of when they need them. But also remember to draw the line, because we know that when we delve into another person past a certain extent, the things that they're dealing with that are going on with them are going to start rubbing off on us, number one. And number two, think of it as pouring out your energy. Like, God has poured this energy into you. The work that you've done reading the Word, having your relationship with Jesus, all that pours into you, right? And then you gotta you're pouring into these other people, but you can't overpour, because then what happens? You end up leaving there lower than you were. That's not helpful at all. When actually, if you can figure out that perfect ratio of pouring out into someone else, you're helping yourself. Because like I said with this video, like when you're speaking these words out loud, Proverbs 18:21, power of life and death in your tongue. When you're speaking these words out loud, your subconscious is responding to these things. The whole point of the subconscious is it's the part of your mind that you can't perceive. Trust me, your subconscious is doing crazy amount of work in your life, and that's why it's so important that we speak the word over our life. Physiology is part of God. God created us with physiology, and I just saw a girl talking about this with lust, saying how God, and it's cool, like God created us with sexual desires, because it's our natural physiological response as a human being to want to procreate with someone else and keep the species going. But we need to be able to recognize what is flesh and say no when we need to. And I mean, this is making me think about unyoked relationships too, because if you don't know about what a yoke is, from what I know, it's back in the day when they had two cattle, I think rams, walking together, they had this thing that went over each of their necks and connected them. So you couldn't have one that was super small, one that was super big, because now they're going to be uneven. It's the same with a relationship. It's why God warns us against being with non-believers as a believer, because that's an unyoked relationship. And I'm sure, I've seen it in my own life with my parents, but I know there's all kinds of spiritual turmoil and warfare that's going to happen if you do that. And when I got on here to make this video, I had a heavy heart, because I sat there pouring out into someone that I really care more about than anyone in my life, and I give them the word, and they don't see it, and they don't want to receive it. And it's like, it's one thing if you're not going to listen to me, so I'm just another person, but when I give you the word, and if you're not going to listen to the word, I gotta retract. I gotta move on, because at that point, if I just keep going, it's like, it's not good on me. But with that being said, is that going to in any way, shape, or form change my pointing people towards the word, giving them the word, spending my time hearing someone out, hearing their problems, and showing them the way? Not. Absolutely not. Because just down here, a couple verses later, we must not get tired of doing good, for we will reap at the proper time if we don't give up. Therefore, as we have opportunity, we must work for the good of all, especially for those who belong to the household of faith. I can't force that seed that I'm planting to sprout up in 1 second. I gotta let God do his work. If I'm sitting there trying to do God's work, he's like, get out of my way, dude. Get out of his way. Sometimes we need to get out of his way. Latoya said it best. She said, you can't rob people of their process. How much do you believe in God? Because if he told you, I'm working all things together for your good, why are you stressing? If he told you, I have plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope in a future. What are you worried about? If he told you, I am contending with the ones who contend with you, leave room for my vengeance, why are you trying to take it upon yourself to fight these battles? Why are you responding to the enemy? God has my back. I want you to say that out loud. God has my back. God is working all things together for my good. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. The word is the truth. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are more than a conqueror in Christ. You are not who you used to be. You are a new creation. The devil is a liar. I'm gonna end it there. I love y'all.
Real quick, I wanted to show y'all my new puppy. Oh my gosh. Look at this, my hand. He's so small. He's literally smaller than my Bible. Or no, he's like the size of my Bible. He's so cute. His name is Simba. He's a long-haired Chihuahua. He's my best friend.